I'm Rupa Menon. I'm teaching physics in a government grant-in-aid school in Surat. I was born and brought up in Kerala, but since last 14 years, I'm settled in Surat. I have a teaching experience of more than 14 years for higher secondary students in various educational institutions. Once this COVID pandemic broke out in India, there are two major sectors which took a severe beating. Number one, healthcare system. Number two, educational field. As per a recent UNICEF study, it has been said over 25 crore Indian children has been negatively impacted by the closure of the school. And yet another academic year is about to begin and still the same uncertainty loom over. And I can very much relate to this 25 crore Indian children, as I am teaching in a school where most of the children belong to a very humble background, and majority of their parents find it very difficult in their daily life to make both the ends meet. Majority of the family residing very near to our school have large number of members in their family. इसका मतलब ये हुआ, अगर एक घर में 4 या 5 बच्चे हैं और सब अलग अलग स्टैंडर्ड में या डिवीज़न में पढ़ता होगा, फिर भी उनका क्लास एक ही टाइम में सेट किया होगा. तो अगर उनके पास एक ही स्मार्टफोन है, तो who will study or who will continue the online classes? That is a big problem. Initially, in the starting of the last academic year in Gujarat, in municipality schools and in government grant-in-aid school, we had adopted a mix of two mediums for the interaction. The first one was TV, second one was online interaction. But we all know that TV is never a constructive substitution for a classroom learning. But the second substitution, which is considered to be the online classes, it also has its own disadvantages. As I said, there are disadvantages regarding online sessions too. The major disadvantage is that majority of the students do not have a smartphone. So this lack of smartphone is due to various reasons. We all know that a large number of students belong to a very humble background. उनके parents migrant workers होंगे, daily wage काम करने वाले होंगे. उनके पास इतना पैसा नहीं होता है कि 2 या 3 बच्चों के लिए स्मार्टफोन खरीदे. अगर उनके पास स्मार्टफोन है तो भी वो रिचार्ज करने के लिए उनके पास पैसा नहीं होता है. और दूसरा भी एक प्रॉब्लम हमने फेस किया है, अगर बच्चों को हम पूछते हैं कि क्यों वो ऑनलाइन क्लास अटेंड नहीं कर पाते इवन हैविंग अ स्मार्टफोन, तो दे टेल अस दैट देयर इज़ अ वेरी पुअर इंटरनेट connectivity in their area. A major problem we were addressing last year during the online session was, on a daily basis, a very low attendance was recorded. Not only in our school, majority of the other schools as well as in municipality schools as well. When we tried to find out the reason for this, the lack of smartphone, poor internet facility and recharge problem was there. बट हैरानी की बात तो ये है कि कुछ पेरेंट्स ने तो हमसे ये भी शेयर किया कि उन्होंने उनके लड़कों को अपने काम में लगा दिया है, क्योंकि उनके इनकम पे इतना असर हो चुका था ड्यू टू द पैंडमिक. एंड गर्ल्स का भी सिमिलर प्रॉब्लम्स था, तो गर्ल्स ने तो ऑलरेडी अपने घर पे हाथ बटाना चालू किया था. In a society where the gender discrimination is so vivid and clear and existing, a further study can only reveal how many girl students specifically were forced to stop their education due to this pandemic. I am not saying that online sessions have disadvantages only. It has its own positive side as well. The major positive side of online session is that there has been an enhanced digital literacy among students, teachers, and even with the parents. And when we talk about the higher educational level, the college going students specifically, they can interact with the subject experts from anywhere across the world. That is a big advantage of online session. But this is all possible if the two major requirements which is needed are met, which are availability of a smartphone and a good quality internet access. But what is the reality? In India, we have seen that according to a recent study by the National Statistical Organization, till 2019, only 42% of the urban homes had internet access. And when we come to the rural part of the India, it is only 15%. Okay, by 2021, this 15% might have gone to 20%. But that too, we all know it is very less. Last year, I had read an article in which it was mentioned in Tamil Nadu, even before this pandemic was broke out, the government had granted 2 GB free internet access to the college going students, especially during their exam time, and which was proved very much fruitful. So I humbly request to the policy makers of Gujarat board as well as in India to grant access to the free or subsidized internet access to the students, especially those who are coming from the weak social and economic sector. We must act fast to prevent the loss of time and to bridge a huge learning gap between the urban and the rural or the tribal area.